All right, well, tell you what, we're gonna do this. Good morning, everybody. There's that thing, that bell thing. Happy Friday. Happy, hopefully last Friday where we're only on Zoom. Hope that's coming soon. First, let's do some introductions. I don't see DG Dustin, but I know he's coming on the call this morning, so we'll welcome Dustin when he comes. How about some visiting Rotarians? Anybody see any here?
Hyder.
Yeah, there's Hyder. Good morning, Hyder.
Good morning, folks.
Good morning.
How are you all doing? Nice to see you all. Good morning.
Hyder,
Thanks
Gina,
for asking me to join you today.
Southwest Eureka, and our featured speaker from Rotary District 5130 Youth Exchange.
Huzzah!
Yay! Any other visiting Rotarians this morning? I'm checking all the little faces here. I don't see any. So how about anybody from any guests of Rotarians?
We have two guests. We have Angela Robershot and Tracy Day.
Yay!
Thank you for being here.
Thanks for being here, you two. Appreciate it. Anyone from Interact or Rotaract this morning? I understand they were probably up watching the eclipse.
No.
Through the rain. All right.
Well,
let's get this.
It's the Friday before Thanksgiving for them as well.
That too, out of school next week and all that. So, get an early start, right? All right. So we've got a few save the dates, and these are really exciting save the dates. We got some focus items that we're going to talk about this morning. December 4th, of course, coming up. We've got Taste of the Holidays at Home, and Lisa and Jeff will be telling us about that shortly. December 10th and 11th, I understand it was decided this week that there will be a transitional age youth set of movie nights at the Eureka Theaters. So Sarah will likely be filling us in on that very shortly here. And then the big news, of course, going around, I can't tell you how many texts and calls and emails I've gotten of, when are we coming back? I got to come back. So, and it, we understand it's not for everybody. So it will be hybrid. There will be in-person and extra person on Zoom options when we do that, starting on December 10th. And everybody's saying, why December 10th? That's a long time from now. Well, we've got a holiday next week, so we'll be dark next Friday. And then we've got traditionally we are dark on the no meeting the day before Taste of the Holidays. And I know it's a little different because it's not an in-person taste this year, so it's a little more focused, but we're doing a lot, and we're going to do that. So our next meeting for the club will be December 10th. We will have the in-person option up at the Plaza Grill. And in that interim time between now and then, we'll let everybody know what that looks like. So thank you very much. Any other announcements for the club from any members? And if you got your hand up, I apologize. I can't see everybody, so just speak right up. Okay. In that case, there's plenty to do while we're dark. Dark doesn't mean inactive. Just means we're not having a couple meetings. So we've got opportunities to take action across the whole club. Lisa and Jeff, you want to tell us what's needed between now and December 4th to make this Taste of the Holidays happen?
So I was going to start out by first thanking my committee again for being there and just helping put this all together. It's the last 2 weeks, we're always scrambling, and that's kind of where I feel we are right now, but it's all coming together and it's going to be amazing. We actually have a couple new vendors this time that Angela has just really rocked and stepped forward. She knows so many people in the area and has reached out. So we've got Jock's Chocolates that's donating, listen to this, 1,000 little candies. And then boxing them for us, and those are going to go in the boxes, which is amazing. We've got Old Growth sellers. They're going to be helping us out also. Also, Plaza Grill is going to help us and helping us get some of the wine to fill up some of the empty bags that we need to fill. So that's just amazing. Plus, and we've got 30 vendors, so it's all coming together, and I'm really excited. Another thing that I decided that I was going to do was try to reach out to some of the local vendor stores. Like I actually went to Halayashi and talked to them about maybe doing a $5 gift card or a $10 gift card or a discount coupon or something like that. And they're really excited about it. They've never participated, because they're not a food vendor, they've never participated before, but they're really excited about trying to put something together and being a part of that. And then also same thing with Plaza. I've reached out to them and they're interested also. So if anybody knows anybody that wants to put, some type of a coupon or discount or gift card or something to add into our envelope of values, that would be awesome. I think also I'm going to let Jeff talk about the sponsors at this point. Jeff, if you're there.
There we go. I found the unmute button.
Oh,
Hey, it was on my other screen. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay. So yeah, thank you for all the club members and other people that have sponsored. Just a reminder, sponsorships are $250 and $500. At $250, you get one tote, and at $500 you get two totes. One of the things is you may want to see if anybody you know or any businesses would be interested in sponsoring. Ed made it super easy. You can just go to the website, arcatasunrise.org, and all the information's right there. And there's even a place where a link where they can upload their logo on the website as well. So just arcatasunrise.org will get you almost everything you need. But we have had some, sponsorship is new this year, and it's really helped out a lot because the vendors have, are stressed, and we're helping them out a little bit to be able to get the products in the bag. And so it's just been really wonderful. Yeah. Anyway,
thank you, Jeff.
That's it.
Thank you. Amanda, did you have something to say about publicity?
Yeah, Lisa's been doing an amazing job getting these really awesome bags together, and we are still, I think we're just about to halfway with sales, maybe. So we need all the help we can get getting the word out there. We've got a press release out, or we're out in the radio now and social media, but any help that anyone has to get it out there is going to be super appreciated to get them sold. And we won't meet before Taste the Holidays, so we all have to do it without reminders.
Yeah. Thank you, Amanda. Romy.
Alrighty, so you can hear everything that Lisa and Jeff and Angela and Amanda and the rest of the committee are doing. And now I want to talk about what we all need to be doing. Right, so let's go back. Let's remember the days when this was a huge Arcata community center, and it was just filled with tables and people, and every one of us were on deck. We had to come up with selling 10 tickets a piece. We had to come up with bottles of wine and auction items. We were in teams. We were working days of hours. This is why there was no meeting before, because this was all hands on deck. We were putting in time and money, and we were out there gathering up raffle items and all sorts of work that we were doing. And this is one of our biggest fundraisers. This is incredible. I just have to say again, a thank you to Lisa and to Jeff and Amanda, Angela. This is a huge way that we're able to do the work we do. And in order to make this a success, we're packing these great bags full of stuff to feature local artists, local vendors, food and beverages. And in some cases, we need to support those folks. They can't just give us everything for free. You know how these last 2 years have been. And so what we need to do is in some cases, we need to buy some of it, and they're totally generous. They're giving it to us at cost, but we need to come up with that. Thank you to our sponsors, but it's still not enough. And everyone, this isn't all hands on deck. And so you can take a bottle of wine to Vanessa's, to the Griffin. She's been real great about hosting all of this. But the easiest thing would literally be to pick up your phone right now and Venmo $25 to our club. Like, that's it. I mean, consider everything that we used to have to do. And we're saying, Send $25 so that we can fill these bags with incredible stuff to support and celebrate our local vendors. This is not just a fundraiser. This is a way that we serve so many people in our community by letting them be featured in the time of the holidays. So help us do that. This is a great event. Again, we're going to get back in the community center. We're all going to be together. We're all going to be doing it. But right now we're doing the best that we can. And the way that we can make those bags so people like, I can't wait for Taste of the Holidays next year is for all of us to do our share.
Thank you, Romy. Thank you so much. Also, you can send in a check if you need to. You know, the P.O. Box for our Rotary Club is 4197, and it's Arcata 95521, I believe it is. So if you need to send in a check, you can, but spread the word, you know, make copies, print out and give out to your neighbors. You know, we would like to get all of these bags sold, all these big bags sold, and they're just going to be filled with just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things. So does anybody have any questions?
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
One of the things that I did this week was you can go onto the Facebook page and you can copy a link and you can text that to your friends and, you know, family members that might be interested in purchasing a bag, and they can click right on it on off their text, and they can buy a bag right there. And it's super easy. They don't have to type in a web address or anything. And I was fairly successful in doing that. And so if you just have 10 people you can send that link to and just say, please consider supporting Sunrise Rotary of Arcata, it worked out really well.
That's great.
Up on the screen, I don't know if you can all see our Facebook page. We seeing that? Good. Okay, so if you just go to our Rotary Club of Arcata Sunrise Facebook page, click on events right there, scroll down to the very first event, which is Taste of the Holidays. See this little invite button? This is really cool. You can invite up to 500 of your Facebook contacts just by clicking their name and send invites. So easy. I did that yesterday. I'd forgotten about that button, and 7 of them bought it yesterday. I mean, it's so simple. So in addition to, of course, sharing the event, which is the next button, the little share button, and you can create your own post or just share it as is, use that invite button. You know, each of us probably has 50 to 1,000 contacts on Facebook that we could share it out to and get that word out direct from a friend. So give that a try too.
Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it.
Angela, would you repeat where you copied the link to text it?
Yeah, I think you can off the face. There's like little dots, and I think it gives you an option to share that. I'm actually on my phone this morning, so I can't really look while we're.
Thanks.
You can also, if you go to our Arcata Sunrise webpage and click the link, copy the URL, it's super easy to attach to a text or an email, and it takes people straight to the buy page. So many ways, but yeah, Romy, thanks for saying this is an all hands on deck action. You know, in years past, like you mentioned, we've all put in, you know, $50 to $100 for auction items at the thing. So we're really asking very little financially of the club. Really right now, let's get those tickets sold. As of last night, we had 79 of the 250 targets sold and 9 sponsors. And if you look at last week's at 39 and 2, we are making great progress, but you know, it's a little under 2 weeks to go. So let's ramp that up. Let's get everybody involved. It's not a direct face-to-face, hey, will you buy my tickets? You can do this so many ways and get those out there. So like, comment, share, and invite. Anything else on Taste at this moment? There will be reminders going out, so don't worry. We won't let you sleep during the dark session.
Thank you.
Okay.
I just went to Facebook to do that, and the first thing that popped up was a reminder from 6 years ago with a picture of Taste of the Holidays.
Perfect. We're persistent if nothing else. All right. I'd like to also hear from Sarah and the Transitional Age Youth team about the movie nights that are coming up. I know there's lots to do for that too.
Yes, thank you, Ian. We have a foster youth movie night coming up. It's not actually going to be at nighttime. It's going to be a matinee movie. One on December 10th and one on December 11th. We're going to be sending out a sign up genius so people hopefully will be able to come and help us with the event. We'll need people. Hopefully we're going to be able to get the Brothers Johnson to help be Santa Claus. I don't know if the Brothers Johnson are here, but we were looking for somebody to be Santa Claus, maybe somebody who wants to play music, some Christmas music when people enter on the Saturday. We'll need people to host, maybe one person to do concessions, somebody to help decorate, somebody to take down the decorations and deliver back to the storage. We also could use maybe somebody who wants to sponsor some concessions for the candy and popcorn. Let's see. What else? Tom, did I miss something? Looks like that's trying to
We're sending out a sign up genius for just different volunteers at different times. So we'll have people who are decorating and ushers and people who work the concession stand as well as cleanup.
Excellent. Greg, I see your hand up.
Yeah, I was going to add that this would be a great thing to volunteer for because we'll be opening the theater for this event, and it'll be our first event since the shutdown. So it's a chance to come in and see a movie on the big screen. Those of us who were lucky enough to work for the theater have been able to do that for ourselves over the course of the year, but now we're opening up for everybody else, and it's beautiful in there, or will be. And so not only do you get to volunteer to do a good thing, you get to come into the theater, be some of the first people in well over a year to do that.
So Friday, December 10th, we're going to show the movie Elf, and we're going to be showing that for the transitional age youth. So people 16 to 21, and that should be super fun, but it's on a Friday. And if you can't do Friday, you also could come in on Saturday, and we're going to show the movie Santa Claus. That's what we've decided upon. So look for the sign up genius for that. And then we're still planning the stocking event, and we might need some people to help us pack the stockings, and we might need some sponsors to help pay for more gift cards. We have not finalized that event yet, and we need to talk to the Griffin about when we can do that. So stay tuned for the stockings.
Thank you very much, Sarah. We're all excited to have stuff to do as we enter the end of the year here, and it's dark and rainy outside, but there's so much fun that we can have socially as a club, and to make us both raise the funds for the things we do and expend those funds toward the things we do, like transitional age youth and a social opportunity for them. So thanks for putting that together. Quick check-in on backpacks for kids. How are the signups looking right now?
This week, Mike and I packed. I didn't see anyone that had signed up as of Monday, so I went ahead and signed up, and I hosted over here, and Mike and I packed up and delivered, and it worked out great. I was a little bit mixed up with Terry had signed up to deliver, but we usually, if we pack on Wednesdays, we deliver like right after. So she got a reprieve this on Thursday, so which worked out fine. She's always there to help us pack and deliver. I think we still have two more openings through December, and then we start the winter session. So I'll be sending out an email with the winter group and asking for people to please sign up through that season. Mike, do you have anything to say? Is he there?
You may still be muted.
It's easy to do, everybody. We really need everybody to participate. If you have 3 people, 4 people to do the packing, you can get it done in less than an hour, and you can pack it up and deliver it in less than an hour. even if you're doing all 3 venues in Arcata. So it doesn't take a whole lot of time. And we really need to spread the wealth, so it's not just Lisa and I and Terry and Marty doing everything. We need everybody to participate, please.
Next week's Thanksgiving, of course. The week following, we've got it covered. Thanks, Ashliegh, Stephanie, Ed. And then there are 2 more weeks in this semester that aren't covered yet. So check out the Sign Up Genius. I will send it again to everybody right now.
Thank you so much, John. And I know that you also sent out for the winter season already. So that's really awesome. And Mike and John and I are trying to work together to get the word out to everybody so that everybody has the opportunity to sign up. So let's just keep this program going. These kids need us. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate all you're doing, and just another opportunity to sign up as we get off for the holidays. Okay, real quick, speaking of signups, you just heard you got additional age use signups coming soon. Watch for that in the next couple of weeks here. Taste at Home, as of last night, we only have 8 more slots out of, I think there were 34 to be filled. So great job, everybody. So if you want to get in on this, it's actually a limited opportunity now. So sign up today. The link, I believe, is back in the chat, and it's also in your email from yesterday's 1, 2, 3 action items. So watch for those. Get signed up. It's going to be fun. We get so few opportunities to serve together. So take advantage of that. Dustin, I saw you come in the meeting by text here real late. Welcome, District Governor Dustin Littlefield. Thanks for joining the meeting this morning. And I've got a little something about what he's been up to in a bit here. Greg, I just want to hear you say the name of the airport again. What's going on here?
It is, and I am not responsible for the name, the California Redwood Coast Humboldt County Airport, but I just call it ACV. So, yeah, this is actually just last night. Yesterday we celebrated the 4th new destination since May 19th, and so now we have direct flights to Las Vegas out of Avelo, and we send out pretty much a full plane, and at 3, and then the first arrival from Vegas came in last night about 7:25. So we this is us with the arrival flight, and we handed everybody a gift bag with local stuff as they got off the plane, and Bigfoot was there.
So Greg, is there something that Avelo might be doing, Vegas being Vegas, we want to make sure we get all our people back. Are they checking the number going and the number coming?
Yeah.
Make sure we don't lose any out there.
Yeah. We know there's a special cargo hold just for those that come back that are less than maybe fully functional, so we can load them in.
Fair enough. And I know, flying to Vegas isn't all about Vegas. Vegas, that's a destination that can connect you to other great resources in the West. So, we're proud of
one
our
of our
airport.
former members sent me a thing on Facebook saying, I just can't think of any reason to go to Vegas. And I sent him a link to Zion National Park, which is not too far from Vegas. He said, oh, I'll do that.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we sure are proud of our airport and what's been done to bring more services to it in spite of the times. So well done.
It's been a busy year for us. It's going to be a record year. And we're still working on some more destinations for next year.
Wow. Well, thanks for sharing.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Steve, I saw you on the call a little earlier. What's this all about? I understand something's going on December 3rd and 4th at the Arclight Center.
It is. That's a picture of my son, Carson. He's currently a graduate student at the New England Conservatory, and he did his undergraduate at Oberlin Conservatory, and he is going to be the featured soloist for the Eureka Symphony. It's going to be the awesome holiday concert. I would absolutely encourage everybody to go. It's going to be a great show.
It's fantastic. You know, somebody sent me this picture and I looked at it and I go, yeah, I do see Steve in there if he'd shave. And
Exactly.
It's really cool to watch our kids, whoever they may be, and become part of our community and part of our world in the things they love to do. So glad he's out there in the world doing it.
And it's going to be great. If you haven't been to the symphony before, it's a wonderful experience to have that kind of live music here in our community, and you get to go to the Ashliegh Theater, which is a gorgeous theater.
Wonderful. Thanks, Steve. And then back to Dustin here. Thanks for sneaking in, Dustin. When I saw your Instagram story, I was just cracking the heck up. The mover and the Shekhar.
Yeah, that's his thing. We're the movers, he's the shaker. So he wants us to get out and do good things. So yeah, that was at Zone Institute over this past week, and it was a good time. It's the first time you see our governor class there on the bottom of the screen, and that was the first time that we'd all seen each other since Denver, 2.5, almost 3 years ago. So it's pretty amazing and pretty fun experience to meet your class, and then we got to meet Shekhar a couple times and kind of talk about him with Rotary and figure out what we were up to, and hear his vision for the rest of the year. And it was great. And just for those of you who don't know, Zone Institute is open for everyone now. It used to only be for invitees and current, past, and future governors, but anyone can go now. Next year it's going to be in Utah, and it's a really fun time. I think if Ashley's on the call, she can speak to the time that she had there, but it's a good chance to meet Rotarians, get a broader view of what we do around the country and the world with Rotary, and you get to meet fun people and dorky governors and international presidents. So it's pretty cool. And we actually did past President Simon Rios from Fortuna Sunrise was actually there as a DJ. Aaron Dunn brought him in, and he played some pretty good music. And I have to say the governors can dance pretty well, a lot better than I thought they'd be able to. So it was a good time.
Actually, we caught you there with Rotary International President Shekhar too. Tell us what was that? What was that about?
So I was surprised. I was standing in line waiting for wine, and I met this lady named Jamie, who's a Rotarian down south, and she looked at me and said, "Have you met Shekhar?" And I was like, "No." And she's like, "Let's go meet him." She knew him, and so I got to go around and meet everybody. And he's holding some chocolates from Hawaii. So I have some chocolates from Hawaii. If at some point we'd like to raffle those off to raise funds for something. Shekhar gave that to me. It was just really cool. Got to meet everybody. I got to go as a Rotary Emerging Leader with the district. So that was a great event to learn more about Rotary, different avenues of service, and how to make the district better, as well as working with other teams. I have over 40 new friends in all these other districts. And we have this group chat thing that on something called Discord, which I thought was just for gaming. But now we can stay in contact and ask each other questions all the time. So it's just really cool. Very nice to see everybody. And I'm really looking forward to this next year.
Fantastic. Thanks, Ashley. And I heard you say 2 key words there, emerging leaders. We're watching you, Ashley.
Thanks.
Thanks for all you do. Go ahead, Dustin. Did you have another comment there, Dustin?
Yeah, just one last thing too. And then for those of you who want to go, I mean, we do. So the event is structured where we have motivational speakers and breakout sessions and fellowship too. So this last week we had a rather inspirational speaker. Her name's Fly Girl, and you can check her out. She was awesome. So we should get her to our club if that's possible. But anyway, it's really a good time and inspirational on and motivational on the whole spectrum. So please check her out or think about going to Utah next year. So,
Dustin, I'm just out of curiosity, having not been to one, what specifically is the goal and purpose of the Zone Institute?
So essentially, leadership training is for invitees and people who want to go on their own. And then around that, it's a week, or the Institute's actually only 3 days of governor classes reuniting, and then current governor classes kind of codifying their cohort as governors and doing a lot of planning. And the beginning of the week is actually training and graduation for governor nominees and governor elects. And then there's an official graduation and ceremony the Saturday night, which is this year was Mardi Gras themed. And turns out if I turn that governor jacket inside out, it makes a pretty phenomenal Mardi Gras jacket.
Very good. Thanks for being there and representing District 5130, both of you. We appreciate it. All right. Nick, are we ready for a raffle this week?
Yep, I am. And if you can hear the clapping, it's because as I picked up the thing, it spun. And because it's very touchy, and the winner is actually Dick. So rather than redo that, I will just have that as my first draw. And let's see, because, you know, we always know Dick's going to play the raffle and he's going to win every day. So $5. I will pay you through Venmo, and let's get the next one. Awesome. So it's AJ. And AJ was the big winner for the last big pot, I think. And let's see if he's got it this time. Nope. So $5. So next time we meet in 2 weeks will be $90.
Fantastic. And Nick, is it okay to say, since we're meeting in person on the 10th, shall we bring our change jars, our dollar on the table jars?
Absolutely. Please do that. So if you forgot to collect your change over the last couple of weeks, just lift up your cushions for your couch, and hopefully we could donate that. And as a reminder, when we're in person, if you're on Zoom, it's too hard to do the raffle that way because we're handing out tickets. So we'll if you're on Zoom, you can't do the raffle, but if you're in person, you can do that, unless you get a friend to get your raffle tickets for you. You can also do that too. So thank you guys.
I'll just say right now, I'll be there. So you can Venmo me to buy your ticket.
Fantastic. Thank you, Romy. We got an insider. There's always a way, right? All right. Up next, I'd like to introduce our speaker this morning, our featured presenter. Haida Regina from Rotary District 5130 is our Youth Exchange Chairperson and Country Coordinator. I've had the pleasure of working with Haida for many years in Youth Exchange. And, you know, I know that in his heart of hearts and the full of his self, he's committed to the Youth Exchange program and its success. And it has been dark since we sent our ambassadors home, and our ambassadors came back almost a couple of years ago now, and we miss it. Oh my gosh. So Haida's got good news to, you know, bring us up to date on how they've been keeping the light lit and preparing for what's coming in Youth Exchange in the year to come in 2022. So without further ado, I'm going to stop my share and have Haida hop on here. And thank you for being here, Haida. How's it going?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ian. And thank you all for inviting me to join your club's meeting and talk to you about Youth Exchange. Also, thank you for the privilege of allowing me to work with you on the bratwurst dinner that we had Oktoberfest a few weeks ago so much. It was really a lot of fun to work with an active group that has a lot of energy and wants to keep doing something even though they're dark in their meetings. And that's fantastic. Thank you. And thank you for supplying us with the district governor. Dustin, thank you. Thanks for all your support as well. A very big thank you to your club is especially for Youth Exchange. Greg, Janice Newman, and Cam Appleton, all you folks were heavy at work with Youth Exchange for many years and pretty much ran it from up here most of the time. So your club has deep roots in Youth Exchange. Has always been a strong supporter of it and a strong volunteer. And then Ian joined the Youth Exchange team also obviously from your club as well, and was a outbound coordinator for how many years, Ian?
8
Do you
years.
remember?
8 years
Eight.
and 150 outbounds.
100. That's what I was going to say. 150 kids have benefited from Ian being their counselor on the outbound, and each one of them probably touches about another 100 lives. So multiply that out. It's absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much. You folks are awesome. You're a great club and great supporter for Youth Exchange. And this year you have expressed interest and want to host a kid from Africa. There are very few districts in Africa that are certified by Rotary International Youth Exchange. So each district that participates in Youth Exchange has to be certified by Rotary International. We have to meet certain criteria and they audit us and so on. Otherwise, we cannot participate. So a program called Power of One, which many of you may have heard about, but perhaps not. Rotary developed a program where they will certify a district in Africa to send someone out to a district that will host them, but not necessarily have to take someone in. So they're not exchanging, they're just sending somebody from Africa overseas. The amount of benefit that these kids get when they come to Rotary districts outside of their country, outside of their area, is multiple times more than what they would benefit had they just go somewhere close by, because it's a different culture, different opportunities, and all that kind of stuff for them. It multiplies the effect of Youth Exchange. And your club has been so gracious to say, yeah, we'll do that. We'll bring a kid to us. We don't have anybody to send out, no worries about that, but we will host somebody from Africa. So the countries that are part of that program are Morocco, Nigeria, Uganda, Zimbabwe, and I think there are a couple of other ones. We don't know yet where that kid's coming from. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl, but we're definitely going to be very tight about the requirements regarding vaccinations and so on and so forth. They get proper training before they come here. And those kids will require a little bit more support than the average inbound does. A lot of them tend to not be from wealthy families. A lot of them tend to not have experienced the kind of cold and wet that we have here combined. Over there, it's wet but not cold. Here it's cold and wet. They may need some extra clothes. They may need extra support, culture-wise as well. And your club is well suited and well positioned to take care of that, and definitely take care of these kids that are coming in. So thank you so very much for doing that. Anybody have any questions about the Power of One program with Africa that Rotary's pushing through? So I'll share with you our website. I didn't see anybody with any questions. Are there questions from anybody? No, okay. So this is our website. We've been updating it and working on it, making it more interactive, making it user-friendly, making it more, hey, you folks are our consumer of the product. So we want to kind of focus it, okay, who are the consumers, the host families, the clubs, the kids, and kind of make it more focused that way. There are lots of resources on this website for any Rotarian that wants to learn more about Rotary Youth Exchange. Can you guys see the screen?
Not quite yet.
No,
It shows you're sharing, but we can't see it.
Oh, that's interesting. I wonder why. Let me see if I can get it to work on this page. Still don't see it? Nope. Okay. So my apologies, folks. Let's see if we can do that again here. Share.
There it is.
You see it now? Okay.
Yep.
Good. I wonder how I can tell if you guys can see it or not. But anyway, so I'll ask. So here is our website. Lots of resources on here, lots of tabs, questions, how to contact us, how to get started. I mean, if you want to be a volunteer, you just click on volunteer and then you start the process so we can start the vetting and all that kind of stuff. There are videos from multiple kids that have gone out and come back, talking about their experience and so on and so forth. So it's a larger and bigger and continuously changing resource for our Youth Exchange. clubs, host families, counselors, and so on and so forth. I'm going to switch now to the countries that we're exchanging with are, can you folks see this? Can you see a list of countries? Yep, okay, got it. So we've got Argentina, Austria, Chile, Denmark, Finland, so on. So I'm not going to read them all, but those are the ones that have actually responded back and said, yes, we're ready for exchange. Rotary International did suspend the program through the end of June. However, that's the end of the suspension, and unless we hear otherwise, it's moving on. And there's a meeting coming up, I think, in January. I think we're on the agenda to see if they want to change that. But if they don't change anything, we're ready to go. All these countries have their vaccination requirements. What surprised me of all is that Chile is 80% vaccinated down to the age of 5, which I thought was just absolutely amazing. But then, each country has its own culture, its own way of its people following what the government tells it to do, or asks it to do, rather. Maybe in Chile it's more tell it to do, but still, I mean, this is an amazing number. Whereas, strangely enough, Switzerland has a lower vaccination rate, much lower. I think not even in the 60s, and there's resistance there. And it's really interesting how the different countries are reacting to this. I mean, just look at our country, how our different states all react to this whole thing. So that's the big thing. The COVID is a big overlying of how do we power through it? How do we protect our kids? How do we protect our host families? How do we protect our counselors? How do we protect our Rotarians? And that's the big focus of doing it right now. We have a number of clubs. Anybody have any questions about that? Our partners and how we're navigating the whole COVID situation and so on? I don't see any question. Any questions? I don't see anybody. So we'll, let's see. I'll switch to the list of clubs that are participating in the program. Can you folks see that? Is that a spreadsheet? You can see a spreadsheet with clubs on there. Okay, we've got Santa Rosa, Eureka, Sebastopol, Arcata, Sunrise. Thank you very much. Southwest, Windsor, Arcata, Mad River, and Sebastopol, Hillsburg, and so on and so on. So you see these clubs are participating. Fort Bragg just pulled out because the 2 councils that were going to be involved in the program moved to a different area. So hopefully we'll get them back next year. Mad River does not have an outbound, and they're going to be very likely hosting an alternate from either Santa Rosa or Sebastopol. Both those clubs have alternates. And this is also a spreadsheet available to all counselors and all the Rotarians if they want to contact somebody at other clubs to get information from them, pick their brain, do whatever they'd like to do, contact them. This data is available for them to see as well. Now, we were very fortunate. Any questions about that? Okay, so I'm going to unshare. Let's see, how do we do that? How do you unshare, folks? I don't see that. Ian, can you take the sharing away from me so it's gone? Yeah, I don't see it on my
Should be a red stop share at the top there.
Oh, it's down at the bottom. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Claire. We were very fortunate this year to have a golf tournament fundraiser. Just a few weeks ago, we raised a little over $16,000. We had 2 surprise sponsorships just come in, $250 just the other couple of days. We're setting aside $10,000 of that as matching grants for our outbounds to match whatever money they raise, plus whatever money their club gives them as well, to help bring the cost of the program down for our outbounds. The committee just put together some information recently, just reported back, and we're going to develop a questionnaire. We're going to have the kids apply, let us know how we can, or how much we would match them or how much they're raising, and so on and so forth. We're also going to bring the price of the application form down from $600 to $400, give or take. We'll come up with that number, and then we'll also be able to have some money internally to support the program, to maybe have better, instead of giving them a t-shirt, maybe give them a sweatshirt, something a little bit more, something that could cost a little bit more, but has a little bit more use for ambassadors that are in the program, and help support Rotex. Most of you are probably familiar. Rotex are the outbounds that have returned and still want to participate and involve and volunteer in the program, and so they become Rotex. And we are actually Rotex District 5130 was one of the very few chartered Rotex clubs in Rotary International overall. And over the last 2 years since we've been dormant, these kids all went their own ways, college and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be working on revitalizing and strengthening Rotex and get them involved and stronger for the program, to support the program, and for them to do things they'd like to do themselves as well. That pretty much wraps it up, folks. Any questions or anything? Don't everybody ask at once, please. It's okay.
Hey, Hyder, I just want to say phenomenal job. Your dedication and hard work are, unmatched. So round of applause for you.
Thank you, Dustin. And thank you, Dustin, for the increase in grant that you give Youth Exchange. You raise it from 5,000 to 8,000. Thank you very much. That will bring the cost down to the clubs for when they send their kids to orientations and things like that. Thank you for the district support to Youth Exchange. It's very rewarding when you get a lot of support. It has you put more energy into whatever you're doing. When there's support and recognition and involvement, it really kind of feeds on itself. Any other questions, folks?
Here, I know that just doing Youth Exchange at all is a major undertaking, and I really applaud the district for how conscientious and thoughtful you're all being about how to deal with all of what you normally do, plus COVID. It's definitely going to be reassuring to the clubs that participate to know what to say to their host families, to know what to say to the potential outbound ambassadors' families. And, if you got any insights on what that might look like for a host family, I know Claire would like to say a couple words about how our club can get involved in preparation for 2022. And, as we go seeking host families, what that will look like for a potential host family coming up.
Yeah, just real quick, a big thank you to Andreas and Jen Kraus, who have stepped up to be host families for the next exchange year. And just be prepared. We're going to be doing a phone tree and making some phone calls. So if you're interested in being a host family, remember, it's only 3 to 4 month commitment, and you've got the support of your whole club behind you. So it's a wonderful program and a wonderful opportunity to get to know a young person from another country. Thank you.
Thank you. And hearing that, you could probably save our Youth Exchange Committee and helpers many days of time on phone calls. If you're already thinking, I'd like to do that, call them first. It really does help, right? Having hosted, I think our last student we sent home was our 12th or 11th, somewhere in there. I've got the flags to count downstairs. I can't speak to how absolutely wonderful it is to have that as part of your life. And I know that the kids that we host, they carry with that for their life. And, I've got a couple students coming back next winter and spring. Really looking forward to seeing them again after, now that it's possible to do so. And, they're part of our extended family at this point. And, I could go on for hours about how meaningful that it has been to my family and my own kids. And I know that several here probably have stories of excellent and challenging, of course, hosting situations. But in the end, it's also rewarding to the world. Hyder, you had mentioned before the meeting that the district is a little concerned about bringing Rotex back together because, frankly, the age that they participated in, now they're young adults and making some of those big life steps in their life and may not have that time. So what do you see as ways that the clubs can help re-engage past exchange students to get involved at the Rotex level?
Thanks for the question, Ian. the question is, how can the clubs best help rebuild Rotex for youth exchange in general? And your club has been doing an amazing job. You've been engaging with your past inbounds overseas and having them Zoom into your meetings. I've been to a couple of those, and keep staying engaged with the youth is the main part. And then the next, and so your outbounds are the ones that would be involved with our Rotex here. I mean, Rotex is all over the world, but locally, re-engage with them and as you talk to them, say, hey, the program is launching back. Get a hold of Hyder, get a hold of your YEO, get a hold of anybody on the district youth exchange or club youth exchange, and let them know you want to be involved. Let them know you want to participate in the program and kind of extend your exchange. Really is what they're doing. Is they're providing their data, their information, their anxieties that they had while they were on exchange, and sharing them with these new outbounds, so they can anticipate what may happen to them, because no matter where they go, the emotions, the trip itself, then the whole life that they live, they all go through very similar, while in different geographically, emotionally, they go through very similar experiences. So yes, please reach out to your outbounds when you see them and tell them, hey, we're relaunching, contact the district, contact the YEO, contact us, let us know you're interested, and please, we'll definitely be engaged with them to have them help us. And if I may add, Terry, was that you? I forget, somebody pointed out that Clark Swan, who's an exchange student, is now president of the Rotary Club of Eureka. So here is a story from an exchange student that went to Germany, had a challenging experience, grew through that experience, came back, got formed Rotex, and then formed the Rotaract Club as well, and then joined Rotary, and now is president of a club that sponsored her when she went to Germany. That's an amazing story. She spoke at district conference about her experience. It's just wonderful. It's really wonderful to see that, and we're very gently and gradually pulling her into the youth exchange committee on the district level. And it would be wonderful to have a former exchange student be involved on the district youth exchange level, of course. Who else would know the program better than somebody that benefited and was deeply involved in the program? So Terry, if that was you that pointed that out, thank you so much. If it was someone else, I'm sorry, I couldn't quite catch the name of the person that pointed that out. So thank you for reminding me of that.
Janice sent us that reminder. Thank you, Janice.
Oh, thank you, Janice. Sorry, I thought it was Terry. Thank you very much. And I know Janice and Craig and Cam are, I think youth exchange just runs through their blood all the time, every day. Thank you so much for, we stand on your shoulders for the program that we have now.
Right. I know.
I'd like to butt in a little bit and just say, I wonder if there's not a role for our Rotaract clubs to participate with Rotex, or at least could be some synergy there.
Indeed. The beauty of youth exchange, you don't have to be a Rotarian to participate in Rotary Youth Exchange. We have, host families that are not Rotarians. We have volunteers that are not Rotarians. We can even have counselors that are not Rotarians. As long as they're vetted, it's really an all-inclusive program. Not only is it internationally inclusive, it's also district-wide inclusive.
I know.
Thank you, Dick. Good idea.
Being the club we are, we've got some former host families and hopefully future host families on the line. Any bits of light you want to share as a former host family that may inspire somebody else to take that plunge?
Well, I'd like to say just a couple words, Ian. I mean, one is my wife and I, we have hosted 4 Rotary Exchange students, 1 AFS student, and we had 1 international student at HSU that we had living with us. And it's been a great experience. And we've also had an outbound student, my son Carson, who's going to be the featured violinist. He was the outbound student from the Noon Club, went to Switzerland, which was a trying experience for him. But I think, it was a good growth opportunities for him in that era as well. And, it's been a great experience for us. We are in regular contact with our former exchange students, and I'm certain that, we will be traveling to foreign countries for weddings someday, whenever they happen. So really looking forward to seeing them again. And I'm sure that my wife and I will host again someday as well. So I encourage everybody to, give it a try. With Rotary, it's only for 3 months. And it's an important commitment, but it's a manageable one. And so we've had a great time doing it.
Yes, I see you rubbing your chin there. You might have something to say about hosting. Yes, you. Sorry to call you out. It's okay if you're not. Lisa, you want to say something?
Okay, I had to get my speaker on. No, we've enjoyed the opportunity too as well. And I do want to reach out to some of those families that are on the fence of considering it. And it is a extremely uniquely valuable experience in that it's something that stays with you just like it does with the kids. And in fact, you end up with a relationship with a very motivated, great young adult halfway across the world. And it's every bit of effort you put out is returned. It's quite nice thing to do. So if you haven't done it, you're thinking about it, do it.
I'd say the same. As proud mom of an outbound from the Noon Club, my daughter Zoe went to Denmark, and then I was host mom to Fa from Thailand and Mariana from Mexico, and they remain my daughters. I love them. I've had opportunity to Mariana's come right back and moved into her bedroom again a couple times, and Fa, Glenn and I had the opportunity to try to visit with her family in Thailand. Just incredible. It expands your world, it expands your connection to Rotary, but really it is an effort that creates world peace.
Well, thank you, everybody, and thank you, Hyder, so much for coming to speak this morning. In honor of your taking the time to do that, our club is making a donation to the Wheelchair Foundation in your name that provides wheelchair accessibility for people that could not otherwise afford it. So thank you very much.
Thank you very
everybody
much.
Watch for that opportunity. It's coming right up. You might get one of those calls, and do consider it. And you may know somebody who should consider it. So help us out. Really appreciate it. One item of business. Yesterday, I sent out the club roster, and thank you to those who have responded with any corrections needed. Howard and I will get those in real quick. And some of you may have noticed there was a board action last Tuesday at our meeting. We received 2 requests for resignation from Dan Johnson and Cam Appleton. We regret seeing them go. If you have any questions about that in particular, you're welcome to call me directly or them. There's no hard feelings. The door is still open. People come and go at times, but just wanted the club to know that. And without further ado, I think we're at a time. And we've got a lot of things going on right now, even though we'll be closed for the meetings the next 2 weeks. Plenty to do. So I wrote this week's haiku: actions in motion, rippling into our futures, effect waves of change. Stay involved, everybody. Really appreciate all that everybody's doing. Keep it going. Have a great day.